Hello students, welcome to my physics class. This is Shumi Roy from Techno India Group Public School, Shiliguri, and today we are going to do NCERT solutions of chapter 13 Motion and Time. So the first question is, classify the following as motion along a straight line, circular or oscillatory motion. Sort of that first question is motion of your hand while running. So it will be an oscillatory motion. Next, motion of a horse pulling a cart on a straight road. So this type of motion is a straight line motion. Next question is motion of a child in a merry-go-round. It's a circular motion. Next, motion of a child on a seesaw. It's an oscillatory motion. Motion of the hammer of an electric bell is again an oscillatory motion, and motion of a train on a straight bridge is a straight line motion. The next question is, which of the following are not correct? So there are 5 statements which are given. We will read the statement one by one. First statement, the basic unit of time is second. So this statement is correct. Second statement, every object moves with a constant speed. So this statement is wrong. Every object does not move with a constant speed. Next, distance between two cities is measured in kilometer. Again, this statement is correct. Yes, distance distance between two cities are large, so it is measured in kilometers. So this statement is correct. Next, the time period of a given pendulum is not constant. So again, it is wrong. This statement is not correct because time period of a given pendulum is always constant. Next, the speed of a train is expressed in meter per hour. No, the speed of a train is expressed in kilometer per hour. So here we can see that statement number 2, 4 and 5 are not correct. Next question is a numerical. A simple pendulum takes 32 seconds to complete 20 oscillations. What is the time period of the pendulum? So firstly we will write what are the given values. Number of oscillations is equal to 20. This is a given value, and total time taken is 32 seconds. Now we know that time period of a given pendulum is the time taken by it to complete one oscillation. So we know the formula of time period is total time taken by number of oscillation. And here, as per the given problem, the total time taken is 32 seconds and number of oscillation is 20. So after calculating, we will get 1.6 seconds. So thus the time period of the given pendulum is 1.6 seconds. The next question is again a numerical. The distance between two stations is 240 km. A train takes 4 hours to cover this distance. Calculate the speed of the train. So firstly we have to start the question with writing the given values. The given values are the distance between two stations, which is 240 km, and the next given value is the time taken to cover this distance, that is 4 hours. Now we know the formula of speed is distance by time. Now we will put the values which are given. Distance is 240 and time is 4. Now after calculating we will get 60 km per hour. So here students, you have to always remember that the units are very important. Whenever you are going to solve a numerical, you have to write the units. The units are very important. So what the final statement will be, therefore speed of the train will be 60 km per hour. The next question is, the odometer of a car reads 57,321 km when the clock shows the time 8:30 am. What is the distance moved by the car if at 8:50 am the odometer reading has changed to 57,336 km? Calculate the speed of the car in kilometer per minute during this time. Express the speed in kilometer per hour also. So firstly we have to find the initial reading of the odometer. We know that when the car has started, the reading was 57,321 km. So this is the initial reading, means the first reading. Then after traveling some distance, the final reading of the odometer is 57,336 kilometers. So what is the distance covered? Distance covered will be the final reading of the odometer minus initial reading of the odometer. So after calculating, we get it as 15 kilometers. So 15 kilometers the car has traveled. Now next part. The next set of given values are initial time and final time. The initial time is the time where the car has started, that is 8:30 a.m. and the final time is 8:50 a.m. Now the difference between these two times will give us the total time taken. So here we can see 8:50 minus 8:30 is 20 minutes. There is a difference of 20 minutes between 8:50 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. Now the speed formula is distance covered by time taken. So if we will put the values, then distance covered is 15 and time taken is 20 minutes. So we will get, after calculating, 0.75 kilometer per minute. The followed question is to convert this speed into kilometer per hour. So as you already know, 1 minute is equal to 1 by 60 hours. So we will put the value and we will get as 45 kilometer per hour. The speed in kilometer per hour is 45 kilometer per hour. Question number 6 is again a numerical. Salma takes 15 minutes from her house to reach her school on bicycle. If the bicycle has a speed of 2 meters per second, calculate the distance between her house and the school. So firstly we will write the given values. Speed of the bicycle is 2 meters per second. Then total time taken is 15 minutes. So students, here you have to know that we have to convert the time in seconds only, because the speed is given in seconds. So we have to convert the time also in seconds. So as we know, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 15 minutes is equal to 15 into 60, that is 900 seconds. So total time taken is 900 seconds. Now, as from the distance formula, we know that distance covered is equal to speed into time taken. So our given speed is 2 and the time taken is 900. So it is 1800 meter, or else if you can say in kilometer, then it is 1.8 kilometer. So distance between Salma's house and her school is 1800 meter or 1.8 kilometer. Now the next question is very easy. Show the shape of a distance time graph for the motion in the following cases. A car moving with a constant speed. So you have already learned how to draw a distance time graph, and we have seen that when we draw a distance time graph for a uniform motion, it is always a straight line. So a car moving with a constant speed will have a uniform motion and the graph will be a straight line. Then the next is a car parked on a side road. So here the car is parked, means the car is stationary, the car is at rest. So a distance time graph for a body which is at rest will be a straight line parallel to time axis, as shown in figure. Next question is a multiple choice question. Which of the following relation is correct? Speed is equal to distance into time, speed is equal to distance by time, speed is equal to time by distance, and speed is equal to 1 by distance into time. So here we already know the formula of speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. So option number 2 is correct. Speed is equal to distance by time. The next question is the basic unit of speed is. The basic unit of speed is meter per second. So it is also known as standard unit. The standard unit of speed is meter per second. Kilometer per hour, kilometer per minute, meter per minute, all these units can be used, but they are not the basic unit. The basic unit is meter per second. The next question is also numerical. A car moves with a speed of 40 km per hour for 15 minutes and then with a speed of 60 km per hour for the next 15 minutes. The total distance covered by the car is. So we will divide this question into two cases. The first case, the car is moving with a speed of 40 km per hour. So when a car is moving with a speed of 40 km per hour, means the car is covering a distance of 40 km in 60 minutes. So in 15 minutes, it will cover only 10 kilometers. Now in second case, the speed of the car is 60 km per hour for next 15 minutes. So here again, the car will cover only 15 kilometers in next 15 minutes, because we know in an hour there are 60 minutes, and in 15 minutes it can cover 1/4 of the given speed, that is 60 divided by 4, that is 15, and in the first case 40 divided by 4 is 10. So in first case the car will cover 10 kilometer, and in second case the car will cover 15 kilometer. So total it will cover 10 plus 15, that is 25 kilometer. So option number 2 is correct, 25 kilometer. Next question is a picture reading. Suppose that two photographs have been taken at an interval of 10 seconds. If the distance of 100 meter is shown by 1 centimeter in this photograph, calculate the speed of the blue car. So here we can see the blue car has just moved 1 centimeter. From the two pictures, we can identify that the blue car has just moved by 1 centimeter. So here we can say that this blue car has covered 100 meters, and as the picture graph is taken after 10 seconds, so we can say the time taken is 10 seconds. So by picture reading we can say the speed is equal to 100, that is distance covered 100 meter, by time taken, that is 10 seconds, that is 10 meter per second. So students, we cannot we are not accurate with the answer because it's a picture reading. So just you write this answer as 10 meter per second, because we cannot say that the cover distance is 1 centimeter only. We have just supposed that the blue car has covered a distance of 1 centimeter, means 100 meters. The next question is based on graph. The figure below shows the distance time graph for the motion of two vehicles A and B. Which is one of them moving faster? Okay, which one of them is moving faster? So here we can see, as we know how to draw distance time graph, here we can see the vehicle V is covering less distance in a given time. Let us extend the graph from origin. So you can easily see, as the time is progressing, the distance covered by the vehicle B is always less, and the distance covered by vehicle A is always more. So here we can say that the vehicle A is covering more distance in less time. So vehicle A is faster, because we know that vehicle which will cover more distance in less time is faster. So vehicle A is traveling longer distance in lesser time as compared to vehicle B. So vehicle A is moving faster. Next, again the next question is a graph question. Which of the following distance time graph a truck moving with speed which is not constant? So not constant. So here we can see three straight line graphs, and we know an object have a uniform motion, and whenever an object is at rest, means that is also a uniform motion. So in that cases the graph will be a straight line. So we can see in figure number 1, 2 and 4 the graph is a straight line. But in figure number 3 the graph is a curved line, and we know then that a distance time graph for a non-uniform motion, means the distance time graph for an object whose speed is not constant, is a curved line. So here our correct answer will be option 3, that is curved line one. So students, with these questions we have completed NCERT question answers of chapter Motion and Time, that is your chapter number 13. Thank you all for joining the class.